controls. He brings it across. 6'11" big man out of Germany. Oh, watch out with the one hand.
By Peterson. Peterson just said, let me have that. Diallo. Steinbach. Wow.
Racing to the other end with Trayvon Payton, who misses the bunny. Steinbach pushing the pace, and he rocks the rim.
Trying to keep pace with the top three in the conference. They go down low.
Diagnostic. Skip pass ahead. Steinbach. Steinbach throws it down.
38% this season. Diallo. Steinbach with a poster.
Michigan and Minnesota later on tonight here on Big Ten Network. Steinbach diving to the hoop.
From the foul line.
Always
Steinbach got his hand. Steinbach is only at 5 as Claude recovers. Steinbach realizes high arcing three.
Wow.
Movement Washington.
Peterson. All the fans on their feet. Good offensive rebound. Steinbach. With the
People, you got to Google the microwave. Vinny Johnson, that's a good reference by Eldridge.
Not only that, you got to take that ball right to the big check.
Against Illinois. Steinbach will try the three and hit.
needed that one to go to get back into this thing.
Washington has missed its last 9 from the field and stuff. Big story in this game too. 21 points, great defense. Here's Steinbach for 3. Got it.
Look, and Kepnon was right there to alter the shot. Up ahead, Steinbach for the dunk. Go down low. Steinbach is there.
Likes to shoot the 3, but he also can use his size.
Steinbach getting around. Steinbach open for 3.
From Hawaii, but played his high school ball in Utah. Steinbach, a post up with 2 on the shot clock. Baseline fatal.
Goes on, and they're trying to figure it out.
Peterson found Steinbach. Nice job.
Ball fakes. Whips one. It's intercepted by Osama and snagged right back by Steinbach.
Both teams moving the ball well here to start. Steinbach sees a path.
Nice.
And steps by
On the team. Got the start tonight.
Steinbach, the pump and the foul. There's a block by Japina. And Steinbach in transition with the finish. Possession. Now to Peterson. And no! Steinbach, 2 rebounds. Steinbach. Japina wants to get it into Steinbach. He does. Steinbach goes right to Steinbach. Tough catch. And he scores.
You've mentioned this all day, Matt, but they are 5 for 8 from the three-point line. Steinbach. Japina has 2 threes today. He finds Diallo.
Good screen there by Steinbach, and that got him open because
Washington in a lone matchup this season. Diallo been the lone bright spot. Steinbach double team, doesn't care. Offensive rebound, Steinbach, he's got the double-double.
and he gets those boards out of his area right there. That's what makes him so good. It's like it's a magnet to his hands.
He fades and fills it up.
Back to Steinbach. Tough shot. Steinbach banging with Buchanan. Floats it. And
To be mentioned among some of those other guys, they have a unique but also similar style of play of how he attacks the game.
Steinbach gathers and puts fouls off. Now Steinbach comes to set the screen. Thought about the 3, thought about the pass, kept it himself. And he
Has Washington all kind of discombobulated on this possession. Yates, good look to Steinbach. Once in a while, every once in a while. 6 points to go along with the game high 8 rebounds. Buzz Williams told us you don't play a player like this the same way all the time. You change it up. That time. But I do like the adjustment of flashing Saunders into the middle of that zone. That's a great down the stretch. Steinbach.
Wow. Hardly any burn at all last year at North Carolina.
Started Belmont, took a brief stay at North Carolina and struggled. Now starring again at Minnesota as well. Steinbach looking for positioning. Minnesota bench wants to look at Wesley. He's been everywhere. He's been everywhere defensively. Steinbach whirling inside.
He's showing me he's got some speed and some athleticism as well. You know, Osama, Tyson, and Dirk.
Been in the cookie jar and absconding with the dessert as Steinbach is fouled.
A display size,
doing him dirty, man. Come on, his first minute.
Once again, Washington just going to take their time and run as much clock as they can. But big fella against
5 straight field goals. Vicious screen by Kepnog. Twisting around. Stein. Oh, what a move. To get to that 52% out of the time. Before you walk back to that building. Steinbach. Yeah. Steinbach, 14 points, 12 rebounds tonight for the Washington freshman, his 16th double-double of the year. He stretches.
Considering the injury situation, which we will get into, but they have a couple of guys like these two on the...
Brent only averages 5 points a game.
And that off the mark for Bilodeau.
Good offensive possession, though. Donovan Dent was very patient.
The pink trim and lettering this evening.
One of the main storylines for Iowa as the year started, Steinbach gets one of those either factor for Iowa here in this first half.
Quick pass to Steinbach. Pivoting to daylight.
Still think Steinbach's giving it up too early.
To Tucker. Steinbach the tip
in the game.
Yates on the fadeaway, left it well short. Again, the offensive rebound.
How do you block that cutter, or do you deal with the shooter in the corner?
A.J. Bandicoot in there for the Huskies. Inside Steinbach, easy to...
Because Northwestern's done a good job of moving him more now. Yates can chase him. They thought the bigs would be on him, and he'd have a chance to move around.
What a pretty...
It's made it tough on Northwestern.
Tying his career high. Steinbach.
Diallo loves the mid-range. Steinbach.
Go along. Kimari Peterson will try the 3. Hannes Steinbach in
college basketball.
Steinbach got an open look and he hit away. Huskers haven't scored in over 3.5 minutes. Inside, it's Steinbach. Welcome Nebraska to their party of Titans this year. Diallo, the lockdown low. Just like I drew it up, he said. Steinbach, he'll quiet
Stuff. So he's just waiting for somebody to step up.
Steinbach hasn't had many touches so far, and he couldn't
for a while.
Diallo entry pass, Steinbach fouled, and the second he steals it right back. He's got Steinbach off his right hip on the skip pass. He finishes. But for the season, shooting 26% from distance in the first half, 37% in the second half. They're hoping that trend holds true today. Steinbach with
the cutting Bryson Tucker, the follow. Steinbach's been very difficult on the glass.
One of the players he wants to be a little more assertive, to take charge in the absence, especially of Yates. There's Steinbach. And he has 10 playing much, has now got to get into what's basically an 8-man rotation.
7'2", and he's mobile.
While
Bynum's getting some really good looks. He's missed his last 3 shots.
Whoa! How about that? Steinbach, some German presence. Christoph Tilley from Berlin.
Yes, he is.
He has been a tremendous ad for Jake Diebler in Ohio State this year.
Well, Ted, I know you remember because you've been around for a long time.
Took some of those off the dribble ones where he could have been attacking the paint, and he's just got to be a good decision maker.
Bears coming up. Alexis had it swatted away. Kepnog in there again. What has to change for Washington on this set? Maybe it's Steinbach. Shot. Great chance for Washington to cut it to single digits. Steinbach, the spin, and the
7. He's a much better three-point shooter than his numbers indicate, and you can see why on that last possession.
Averaging about 12 points a game. Steinbach battling, trying to get some position. Instead, gets a pretty
scores in the Big 12 Conference.
He's 12 for his last 19 from downtown. Steinbach, the spin move, foul, count it.
It wouldn't surprise me if Diallo tried to get him down on the block.
Steinbach.
Some three-point range.
All the way up to get it. Steinbach comes.
Zoom has been working on his game. Nice pass.
Floats it to Steinbach. Easy.
Another turnover. Here comes Peterson. Steinbach lays it.
28 shots that they've taken have come from beyond the arc. And you look at Maurer, he's 4 of 7 in the efficiency he's had. And only 2 points off those 12 offensive rebounds. That is a historically low number.
They also show him only have 2 points off the bench. Steinbach with the Diallo, no good. Steinbach inside, and it is good.
Triggered, too strong. Steinbach, the outstanding rebounder, collects.
13 rebounds a game by a true freshman is just really
Look at scene, but loses his footing. Now Steinbach in transition.
Washington and USC. It's off to a 3-3 start with Washington and Steinbach on the move. J.J. Mandequit, the freshman point guard from Hawaii. The freshman from Germany, stop. Peterson. Kick out Steinbach.
Zoom Diallo, the sophomore out of Tacoma, beginning things with the ball in his hand, and right away,
Gates and the perimeter guys going right to Steinbach early.
He has it at the elbow, backing down Bilodeau, and he's 3 for 3. So right hand off the glass downtown.
He can make one, I'm telling you.
I need to shoot more of them. Who knows?
Especially when Bilodeau's got it going down there. You play that high-low game, it's hard to go.
Some of the Huskies have been here before, is that you're hearing behind us pretty enthusiastic Cougar student body. That's
a couple buckets here in the first half.
And Steinbach at a 3 takes a big step inside. End of a season in assessing tournament teams. Isn't that the point? You're supposed to get better?
Yes.
Steinbach.
16 tomorrow because they knocked off number, what was it, 7, I think, Duke. That's a foul. That's going to count tonight. They've done a good job of keeping that ball from the inside. There's a good roll right there.
Steinbach, and he finishes. Well played second half. Steinbach offensive rebound. Can't get the putback to go. This time.
But he loses another one, his 4th turnover.
Yeah, all in the first half.
Steinbach on the move.
Assist for it, but it definitely was.
Just close enough to make you sweat a little bit if you're a Washington fan. 8-point margin. Steinbach just 2.
Tucker's open for 3. Steinbach, the O board, and to the upper level. They got some new food and beverage options. Lots of exciting things happening at Alaska Airlines and Abilene Christian before joining Pine Bluff. Steinbach for 3 from the corner to back threes.
Heat check again there.
Steinbach on the road.
Steinbach into the corner to Tucker, and that.
Desmond Claude, who has not appeared much in this game, did play early in the first half, is back in.
Vicious dunks, block shot, steals.
Peterson catch and shoot.
Can pass that ball.
Steinbach kicks it to a.
That's right. That's right.
35 points. You saw the note from freshman. Nice find from Steinbach.
There you go. They need more of those to get back into this one.
First field goal since 11:30 in the first half.
Nice
Good
pass.
cut, Jasir Rencher.
Bounce inside Steinbach, and Peterson's wide open.
I was just going to say that. Are they going to wish they had it back later in the game?
Yates for 3. He
really stepped up.
It's been one of the top defenses in the nation again for the Bruins under Cronin. Yates, and he hits.
Take the floor here in the season opener. He's open in the corner for 3. Diallo taking some air out of the gym, trying to calm down his team. Yates for 3, who they've adjusted his personal fouls a couple of times. Our recent score sheet just flipped from 5 personals to 4. Focal point in this offense for Washington. Yates off the head fake.
But they are exceptionally good at the offensive boards.
Here's Tucker for 3.
Good shot right there.
Steinbach battling off the Tucker miss. Mandequit's going to let this go, and
He's got good position here. Touchbacks out to Peterson.
Oh, they needed. First half,
That zone really stifled Maryland. They didn't get a good look at all, so I wanted to go back to that fairly quickly.
See how quickly that
Nong does. The best shot blocker, second best in the Big Ten, top 10 in the country. And
Fun to watch this offense right now. Clicking.
It's the highest efficiency.
A lot of man-to-man for Washington that you'll see. They'll switch it up in the zone every once in a while.
To the front court, Wesley Yates.
shot clock down to 6. Diallo lets it go.
It's a catch-and-shoot three for Kumari Peterson. Offensive rebound for Steinbach. Diallo tees it up today. Mandequit. And that stretches the lead back out to double figures. A three.
With Dennis Johnson and Lonnie Shelton and Jack Sikma. Beat the bullet.
Tip. Frank Kepnong down low.
Steinbach going to work. Back outside to Claude. The discard, no call. Claude up.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Trailing.
Yep, all right. I thought they called it on the screen. He hit 3 in a row.
Yes. Line drive, miss. Rebound, Steinbach though. Hop step, Diallo.
Winter finds Blackwell, 8 to shoot. Wisconsin's made 4 of the last 5 shots. Winter with 3 to shoot. Blackwell blocked.
By Tariq Francis attacking the opposing big's hips and getting those fouls racking up.
Cannon drives it right. It's
right there, clogging up the lanes. Rutgers getting away with one, leaving Peterson open. Just hasn't been able to get into the groove here from a shooting standpoint.
Mark used his quickness. Steinbach.
Shot clock now inside of 10.
If I'm Washington, I'd stay in zone, and I might throw a little bit more at Maryland in the second half, seeing as how they really haven't figured it out.
Down to 1.
Especially, but you can just see he's feeling good shooting the 3-point shot.
Reynolds is the cutter. Turns on Steinbach, who rejects him as well.
Tougher to probably rebound against a great rebounder like Hannes Steinbach, but he's going to do his thing regardless.
Penn State able to keep Steinbach off the old board.
Reed now going at him, and Steinbach away.
Hand by Mingo.
That's what he does. He's the best in the league at it. Dilly on, wiped away.
Took it. He has half the Huskies 14 early on. This is Fulgaro. Back up top for Iowa. Shot clock now under 10. Banks, second leading scorer.
Conference play up to number 9 in the country. They've been as high as 8 this year. There's a drive by Wagler, and he's blocked.
That's pretty good, Joe.
I just got Steve. A little rattled there. Here's a block by Stein.
Line is JJ at only 6'1".
3 blocked. Steinbach cleared to earn every one of his points. Stojakovic gets by. Stojakovic no good.
How huge of a blow that was, losing both of his best players and top scorers.
As a result, a bigger role for Evans.
Such a deep draft class, an iconic freshman class, that it may be the benefit of Hannes Steinbach. And maybe.
But one and done. Michigan. If I was playing Michigan State, I'd do the same thing.
Steinbach comes flying.
But he can really get to his spots and make plays.
Steinbach.
So he couldn't challenge that shot.
Cadeau gives it up, and Johnson passes on the 3 to force his way into.
Started by Kumari Peterson. No shots for him.
Sanders driving on Steinbach, reverses directions, trying to find somebody.
It really has been their identity so far offensively. Not always necessarily making them, but they tend to shoot them. Johnson to Vuk Boskovic, and that shot is an NIL thing. They didn't overpay or anything to get Steinbach in, as Rip is blocked by Steinbach.
Get that weak stuff out of here.
Barrow now has it. Also can fill it up. Working on Steinbach, and he.
Constant basketball. But Dad and Dirk, big-time buddies. Right off the bench.
A lot of driving ability. Skillings transferred from Cincinnati.
He's not playing at his best tonight. That's some turnovers, but he's going to be a very, very solid Big Ten player.
Now some wholesale changes on the next whistle for Scott Drew. 3 Bears at the scorer's table. But his Huskies are down 8. Coming up on 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Another slip screen this time.
Who Sprinkle has in mind for him. Good cut.
Kinsey.
I don't mention all Big Ten last year. He was fantastic, 16.8 points a game. So I know he can score. I watched him a few times and I was impressed. Great block.
And then hanging on. A lot of man-to-man for Washington that you'll see.
Huskies have exploded to end the first half on a 12-0 run.
You know Minnesota's afraid to foul him. It's just absolutely a gorgeous pass. I just love the unselfishness the Huskies are playing with.
Inside the three-point line. What do they call that, Casey?
Mid-range.
We're not
a Captain Obvious statement, but you just can't leave 3 points. Wow.
Steinbach gets a hand in. 94 points the other night, and they're struggling at 27.
For help. Gets it down to the post again. And Steinbach.
Beautiful feed by Wesley Yates. You don't see Hannes miss too many bunnies like that.
And he's still...
Man.
No, really, really bright kid. Has a chance to come back for a 7th here if he wants next year.
How about that?
He got it going early the other night against Michigan. Couldn't sustain it because I think Michigan started.
Watch him dodge the bullet right there. You can't leave him wide open.
Tried to dish. Jakob Poeltl. Remember Jakob Poeltl's been in the NBA a long time. Andy Hill found him from Utah.
One of the messages that Danny Sprinkle has been talking about over the break, remember this team hasn't played in 8 days, has been play for each other. Seems like guys have layups, they're passing it up.
As Steve Lavin likes to say, they're sharing the sugar, baby.
No, using a couple of these players are needed in those situations.
And they all do something a little bit different. I think that's a good thing, too. They're not all the same type of players. They all do something a little bit different. Meldrew, we talked about, the defender.
On the first half, they still have 10.
Bruins have hit 5 of their last 6 shots. Stripped.